everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is in your locality. I say welcome. So this is me, Faith, your favorite talk show host on the CWF Show, which is Conversations with Faith, with everyday people. It could be professionals, businessmen and women in Nigeria, West Africa, and globally, sharing their experiences on how they started their career and how they're coping and the next level. It's been wonderful since we started this fourth season, and we're about to have another episode today. And you just want to sit back, relax your popcorn, subscribe, call your friends, tell them to come on and watch on our YouTube page. Follow us up on all our social media platforms so you can get notified whenever we have a new episode released. We're going to go on a very short break, and when we come back, we'll meet our guest for today. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back from that short break, and you've been speaking with Faith Afolabi, the host for the CWF Show, which is Conversations with Faith with Everyday People. Our guest today is someone I've just known for a very short while, and I'll read her profile and then we'll meet her. So her name is Chidinma Chukwuemeka, and she's the co-founder for the Footwear Academy, a company created to foster socio-economic growth and reduce unemployment in Nigeria through shoemaking. Awesome. And she learned that at the Accademia Riaci, Florence, Italy, with her husband. And the Footwear Academy is to improve the lives of shoemaking in Nigeria by enabling them to produce export standard footwear products through training, job matching, opportunities, and access quality, affordable raw materials. Wow, you guys are doing a whole lot. So you're not just creating shoes, but you're also creating opportunities for young people out there. They emerged winners of the 2001 National MSME Award for Excellence in Leatherworks, where they won a brand new car and 1 million naira from the Nigerian government. Oh, this is applaudable. In 2002, the Footwear Academy trained over 140 youth in shoemaking in Anambra and Abia State, Nigeria. And they have an alumni strength of over 250 shoemakers who are currently exporting outside the shores of Nigeria. This is brilliant. It's brilliant. And she's also an Edmund Hillary Cohort 8 Fellow and Seasoned Entrepreneur, and have won several awards, also a Yale Fellow. Her startup Footwear Academy has pitched and participated in various local and international startup competitions. Wow. Okay, this is a whole lot. She's a renowned entrepreneur, speaker, and has contributed intelligently to various youth-centered entrepreneurship and nation-building events. Now, she is currently a recipient of the Southwest Nigeria Excellence Award in recognition for her contribution to youth and economic empowerment in Southwest Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome Mrs. Chidinma Chukwuemeka. Hi Chidinma, thank you so much for bringing out time to share your story. Yeah, so haven't read your profile. It's such an amazing thing I see you've done over the last few years. What inspired you to get on this journey? Why not something else? Why shoemaking? Is it because you're from Igbo? Because I know they're very industrious. I grew up in Enugu State, so I speak Igbo. I'm from Edo State, married to a Yoruba man, so I'm a Nigerian. Yeah. So and we met in the north, so I'm Wazobia. Perfect. So,
yeah, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think my inspiration for going into the business, I've always said it's going to be my husband, Bentley Chukwuemeka, who is actually the founder of the Footwear Academy. It was his dream, his vision, and I just bought into it as a newly married wife, right? And so I had a 9-to-5, and he wanted to start out the Footwear Academy. We registered the business together, and I thought I was just going to be like maybe a part-time co-founder, right? So because I had a 9-to-5 in advertising, and I really liked it, so I just wanted to just contribute to this on my spare time, and but we kept talking about it for a long time. I think from when even before we got married, we kept talking about it, and it didn't kick off till I had to resign to join him fully, and we had already we now started the process of now registering and doing everything properly. So I would say he's always inspiration. He bought and sold the dream to me and sold the vision, and I got it. and we started running with it in 2017. August, we registered fully August 2017. So yeah, so Bentley is the vision behind it, and for why we wanted to do it is because we wanted to make shoemaking interesting and fun for people, because we noticed that there's a high rate of youth unemployment in Nigeria. Like
it's very high.
No longer like something you say cliche. It's happening. Like a lot of graduates are leaving school every year, and they're not going to get enough jobs for them. So we have to find a way to turn all this beautiful energy into something amazing. And on the other hand, right, we have a generation that have shoemaking knowledge, and they're all slowly retiring, start passing down this knowledge, right? And then there's a part where the shoemaking knowledge has been passed down through the Igbo apprenticeship system, or through the normal apprenticeship system that mostly used to exclude women. So there were all of these factors involved in us thinking, why don't we do shoemaking in a fun, snacky way? Why can't people learn shoemaking in a day, 2 days, to choose your direction and learn what you want to learn? Why is it so hard for women to take this industry? And why can't graduates find it very lucrative? So we had all of this in mind with our vision for starting the Footwear Academy. So, but over the years, we fine-tuned those vision, we've made it better, and we are where we are today.
Wow, this is really commendable. In fact, I need to commend you especially because I'm wondering, you had your vision before you met Bentley. So I'm wondering, how are you able to put that aside? Because I know it's still there. When you have a passion for something, like I said, I'm an angel person, and I've always had passion for media and TV, but I had to put this aside until the right time came. Last year my husband was like, okay, you want to do your TV thing? Now everybody's online. Why don't you just start up your YouTube? You have data. I said, really? I can? Oh, let's go. And then I called my first guest, which was my friend, and she did it in her car. And then now we had over 30 episodes. If you go on our YouTube page, you see the episode, and soon we'll be able to get a TV contract as well. So, but I had to put that down and focus on my NGO. And luckily enough, I am passionate about non-for-profit. That's what I will do forever. I've done a little bit of business, buying and selling, food processing, and I've done all that. But these two things are things that I like to keep as well. With other buying and selling stuff, I like food. I like to sell good food as well. So how have you been able to match to cope? I just want to know, how easy was it? Is it because you were just married? You have to talk about things. Is it something you want to do? And what is that vision?
Okay, so like I said, we wanted to do it, but I wanted to do it like on a part-time because I had a 9 to 5. I like advertising.
So what was that?
So
what was that 9 to 5?
I think it was just the conviction that I was head of operations at Think Africa. It's a market research company that does research for advertising companies. So we were more like in advertising space, but we were the ones that were giving advertising company data and stuff. So it was interesting. And before that, I've had like a 4-year in an advertising career in telecoms, in a tech company, and then in putting that aside, I'll tell you the truth, because of the fear of living a 9 to 5, then putting it aside to join, to do Footwear Academy. It was a fear of, it's safer for one of us to actually be working rather than putting all our eggs in this startup and stuff. So it was, it was a very scary situation, and we didn't have startup funding or anything like that. It was just, and funny thing was that we started out from our living room. So
amazing.
So we didn't have startup funding. We were going to use our living room for this, and it was a lot. I would say it was maybe one of the toughest decisions we had to make. Joining him was expedient because it was just both of us, and he needed help. I had to handle all the marketing and fundraising and every other part of the business, and exactly why he had to do all the main work involved in making shoes, training and all of that. So it was, at first it was for us, then the team started growing, and yes, so I had to help out. I had to be there to help him. So I'll say it was more of fear of, it wasn't a thing of me dropping my vision. It was more of fear of,
merging it together.
Yes, safer if I have a 9 to 5 and this doesn't work. Then, but we had to eventually leave, and by the time we started out together, it just became an amazing. It became good. The journey has been up, very good. But those first few years were very rocky, but it was fulfilling as well.
Yes, there's always the glory at the end of the tunnel, or at the end when you have a mess and there's a message. So it's always beautiful when you can look back and say, wow, we went through all this and now we're here because we were resilient and we were fortified to stay together. But I'm happy. See all the awards you have gotten. See all the awards you have. See how many people you've impacted in Nigeria. God bless you for this wonderful work. So we'll be going on a very short break, guys, and when we come back, we'll continue our interview and storytelling with our guest, Chidinma Chukwuemeka. Stay tuned. Don't go away. Welcome back from that short break, and my name is Faith Afolabi, the CWF Show host on the McBridgeConsult. And you can subscribe on your YouTube channels, follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. So you can be abreast on our episodes showing. So we've been speaking with Chidinma Chukwuemeka, and she's been telling her story on how she was able to pivot from operations and into shoemaking, merging with her husband, and they built a formidable brand in shoemaking industry in Nigeria, Abia and Anambra State, and has empowered 250 persons. Wow, that's a lot, Chidinma. So I'd like to know, what are the challenges in running this business, and what would you like the government to do differently to help other young people that want to start?
Well, these are two different questions, right? For challenges in the business per se, one of the challenges we had was growing our team, which was like really, because we had the vision that, we have like a generation that is retained, and if we can get the knowledge we have, refine it and find a way to make it easy for young people to learn and make it fun for them to learn as well, that it would be, that was the plan. So get this knowledge, refine it, find a way to pass it to young people, and it didn't work out the way we had it in our head. So, because working with this older generation is so hard, they didn't believe in the vision that shoemaking could be learned in a short period. Our shortest program right now is 3 weeks. And these are men that spent 5 years, 10 years learning their skill. And so telling them to transfer that skill in 3 weeks to the younger generation is almost insulting to them and stuff like that. So we had a problem of team, funding to expand that team, to bring in experts and stuff. But and this made us go in search of funding and grant opportunities and stuff like that. That is why it looks as if we won a lot of grants. Things that we kept applying for funding and grant opportunities so that we can bring in money to the business to be able to do a lot of stuff that we needed to do. So by winning the program in Aba hackathon, we actually started out in Lagos. Then we came to Aba for the Aba hackathon, where we won $50,000. It was sponsored by Ford Foundation. So we used the funds. My husband and I, we traveled to Italy to now learn shoemaking. We've done the part for like 2 years. We had tried to work with like different shoemakers to bring them in, try to see how we can fine tune the skills that they have, and see how we can pass it down to young people. And it wasn't working out because lots of them weren't passing down the skill well, or it wasn't fine tuned, it wasn't refined. So we now had to travel ourselves to learn. Came back, we did the entire program. We moved our office from Lagos to Aba, and then started out in Aba in 2019. So, and it's been working out great for us. We did a trainer program, recruited our own people, like trained our own people to be trainers. So now we have a lot of young people I think everybody on our team, I think we have a lot of, I don't think we have anybody that's older than 40 on our team. So it's easy to work with young people, and young people can also impact other young people.
Yes.
And have a lot of women on our team. Yes, have a lot of women on our team as well, so which is attracting a lot of women to enter into the industry. And so that's the way we were able to solve the biggest problem that we had, which was team, right? But for what the government can do really for us is to, we have a lot of young people that are interested in learning. Actually, we actually have a database of over 3,000 youths that apply on our website on daily, that have applied for our website but are unable to afford training. So what we do is that we're always constantly looking for like NGOs, foundations that can sponsor these young people. Yeah, so if they are like, that's what we did last year. So we approached the foundation called Pin Foundation, and they sponsored 106 young people in Aba. And then in Anambra, training we did in Anambra, we sponsored the local government. The local government, they sponsored 30 people in their local government. It's in Ihiala, Anambra State. So some of these people were trained, and after training, they have like two pathways: employment or entrepreneurship. So people that have entrepreneurship will be provided with like grants to start out, and those that choose the career pathway, whenever we have a lot of job requests from shoe brands. And then we just send these trained shoemakers to the shoe brands. Some of our students have actually left Nigeria through shoemaking. I have someone in Abu Dhabi. Yeah. So so if the government can come in terms of like sponsoring young people to come and learn exactly, like I'm talking about local government, state government, federal government, if they can come in and do this, then it will be amazing. Another thing that we're trying to do is to create a Leatherworks maker space where trained shoemakers, they don't have to go buy materials, they can just use our space, like a co-working space or something like that. So if you can get like funding to buy like state-of-the-art machineries that so automation basically is next level. So if we can get automation machines that will make finishing better, we'll make it faster, and then lots of mass can start exporting easily, because if you get an order for like 10,000 pairs, you can't do it alone. You need automation, you need something like a hub to be able to make it. So we're trying to create that. We've sent out proposals, and if the government can play a role in making that happen sooner, then that will be fine.
This is good. I actually spoke with someone who is also a shoemaker earlier last week, and she said it will also be good for government to create a space where those shoemakers will exhibit their products, like a one-stop place on all the states. Now, I'm taking the business to the next level. It will make their work better. So, do you have mentors that have mentored you through this journey, or it was just self-taught?
Mentors in terms of like a shoemaker mentor, or just mentor,
like a designer abroad or in Nigeria.
We have amazing mentors. We have someone in Netherlands. Her name is Nicoline Van Enter. She's from Netherlands. She's always ready to help us out in like any materials that we need. We have like somebody, a mentor, Dwayne Edwards. He's the founder of Pencil Academy. I think it's the only black-owned shoemaking school. It's like kind of like a sneaker school in the US. And so he mentors us a lot. So, he always helps us with like, we're always thinking of projects we can work together, especially like for our shoes, and how we can get like big brands like Nike and Adidas to like sponsor our students and like sneakers making and stuff like that. So we have amazing people that have helped us. Even in the UK, we have like people, because we kept reaching out to different schools to see how they were doing and how they were making shoemaking easy, how they were, their own way of teaching. And we shared our vision with them that they want to do something like this in Nigeria. And so a lot of them have been so amazing. in sharing open source, sharing their knowledge with us, sharing, what we can do better. We're also thinking about sustainability, how we can avoid waste, start using like vegan leather and stuff like that. So yes, in terms of like shoemaking, school, academy wise, we have a lot of mentors that we are constantly getting knowledge from, or asking for advice, or if we have to like submit like maybe an application and they need like a reference or something like that, we always use them. But in terms of business, we have a mentor called Jane Omar. She's in Spain. She's been amazing in helping us gain clarity, especially in 2019 when it looks like we just moved to a bar. Everything was like we weren't sure if it was right, and business wasn't even picking up at that time. And she just kept hammering on us, sitting with us, we were strategizing. I think what we did a lot in 2019 was really planning for what we're doing right now. And she helped us a lot until now. She's still mentoring us. Yeah, so we do have mentors. And
how did you find these mentors? And also, last year, 2020, did COVID affect your business? And if yes, how were you able to scale up?
We approached our mentors, so it's always a case of writing to them to say, "Oh, this is what we're doing. We want to see how. We want to ask you a few questions, or if you would like to work with us on this project or stuff, or something like that." All our mentors would actually approach them. Then some of them are people that just say, "Oh, I have somebody else that will be interested in what you're doing, and we have to help as well." So it's friends of our mentors that now refer us other people that we see as mentors. For the business mentor Jane, I also approached her on Facebook, and we got talking and we built like an amazing relationship. She's actually hanging on our wall at the reception of our office. So
that must be amazing. Really, I'm sure she's seen that. So did COVID affect you last year?
Yeah.
How were you able to manage?
Yes, COVID affected us. We closed down for a bit, when there was a national lockdown, and as soon as that lockdown ended, we had like a boom in business. Like everybody wanted to learn shoemaking.
Wow!
And thankfully, we had close on the two training gigs we had in Anambra and Abia, and they were happening at the same time. Then we opened up like new training courses, and we had a lot of people signing up for it. So people were coming from different parts of Nigeria to Aba to learn shoemaking. And I think last year was, one of our best years in business. Although this year is better, but I'm just saying like last year business was like tough. And so I think COVID affected us positively because people started thinking,
lots of people were
if I had a skill at home during the lockdown, I would have been making money.
Yes. And did you come up with online courses as well? So you have online courses. Were you able to come up with online courses?
So we started creating online courses. We haven't launched it yet because there's always one big project or the next, but it's something we are working tirelessly on, releasing, because we want to like launch series of different courses, and the way we teach shoemaking is quite different from how a lot of other people teach shoemaking. So our courses are very, there's a lot of theory and there's a lot of practicals, and so we're working on it, and it's something we're going to release before next quarter. We already have the videos. It's just to the platform and all that's not yet ready. So, but hopefully online courses are something we're going to release soon.
Yeah, you should do that. So finally, last word for your audience, someone who wants to start a business in shoemaking. What would you tell that young person in Nigeria, West Africa, globally? What was the last word for them?
I'll say that, it might not even be shoemaking. The first, right? Just take that first step. And there's something that I always tell myself that, you have to keep putting one foot in front of the other, because life it's not going to be easy, right? But it's all what it's right now. And so it was just the staying power. So whatever it is you're going to do, you have to make up your mind that I'm going to do this. I'm going to have staying power. Even if I fail, I know it's all part of the process. And I know that I just have to rest and pick myself up and start again. we actually took two rests or 3 rests during this is our about turn 4 next year. So I know that 2017 we shut down for like a few months and went back to drawing table, started again. 2018 we shut down for like a month, started again. 2019 we did the same thing. Then 2020 we just picked up and started running, and yes, and now we've expanded to a bigger facility. We're doing amazing things, and our team has grown to a point where we're about to expand to another state. So you just have to do the work. When you're building a house, you have to, your foundation has to be rooted. So with that digging of that foundation, that you're going to pass through a lot. So, and it's that process that you learn how to structure. That's where you start reaching out to people for help. That's how you gain mentors, right? And that's how you start thinking about funding. You start meeting people, you start growing your network, and so you have to pass through that beginning stage where it looks like this is not going to work, but the truth is it's actually going to work if you have staying power. So if you can just pass through that phase, keep doing, keep growing your network, keep learning, keep on learning, keep giving, you are going to build this. You're going to get there, and you're going to look back and be like, oh, this was all worth it. Everything that passed through to get us to this point was all part of the journey. It's all part of what people want to listen to. Right now I'm sharing my story because we stayed. So, but if we didn't, we wouldn't be sharing our story today. So that's my advice. Just start and stay. Even the Bible says after what's it say? Like, is it after everything stand or something like that? I'm trying to remember the scripture.
Therefore, after everything, let's see who thinks it stands.
Exactly. So you have to do all and still be able to stand. It's my advice to
amazing
people that want to.
Amazing. Such a wonderful time speaking with you, Chidinma. Your story is mind-blowing. Wow. And I'm sure someone out there has been inspired. Guys, I'm sure you have learned 1 or 2 things. Go on their website, the social media, LinkedIn, connect with Chidinma. You want business opportunity, you want to learn, you want mentoring opportunities, connect with them. If you're in Abia, Anambra, please connect with them, and I'm sure they will put you through whatever you need to be put through. Okay, guys, so we call it a close today. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation on a very short notice, Chidinma. We really appreciate you, and we don't take it for granted. We wish you all the best in your business. We want to see you on CNN, we want to see you on BBC, we want to see you on bigger platform sharing your story, and we want to see people getting jobs and making Nigeria, West Africa proud as well. So once again, my name is Faith Afolabi, and we'll call it a day today. Thank you guys for subscribing on our YouTube channel and following us on all our social media platforms. For sponsorship or segments of this program, please send us an email on McBridgeConsult@gmail.com, and we'll get to business. So from me, it's a bye. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chidinma. Bye.